Alright, let's take a look into the UNIMULTIVERSE archives to find something worth taking a look at. Then we'll take a voyage across the multiverse of entertainment to take a little bit of a look at an issue of Hustler. That's right, there might be something in this issue of Hustler interesting to, well, all of us, especially those of us interested in video games. Alright, assuming the camera remains straight, I'm here to talk about a magazine. Yeah, this might seem a little unusual since I've often used these videos to talk about comic books and video games, mostly video games, but sometimes comic books, and sometimes science fiction, but mostly video games and video game paraphernalia. But I'm here to talk about an issue of Hustler. And in fact, when I was putting together the earliest videos that I planned to do for UNIMULTIVERSE Archives, which was originally UNIMULTIVERSE Overview, the first one I did was actually, or the first video I recorded, and I think I recorded all files necessary for it. I just never got around to editing it. But the actual very first video I ever recorded for UNIMULTIVERSE Archives, at the time just called UNIMULTIVERSE Overview, was one on an issue of Hustler. That's right. And, well, I'm not going to show you what's inside of it. This cover, I mean, her buttocks is, her anus is covered, and there's no nipples or genitals shown. So I guess it's alright for me to grab this issue and have it on camera. I mean, this isn't one of those issues that needs to be sold in black plastic. And I'm not going to show you what's inside of it. If there was some reason for me to show you clips of what's inside of it, then I'd have to put that up on Twitter because their rules of censorship aren't so horrible. But I'm going to talk about this issue of Hustler. This is Hustler August 2016, and it's the version published for the market here in Canada, and I think you have to open it up to see that. But other than some political humor that's not really up to their usual quality, and I normally like Hustler's political and social commentary, there's a few things of interest in this. Alright, anyway, I'm flipping through some pages here. Not showing you the content inside of it, not just for copyright reasons, but YouTube would say, you can't handle this! Alright. Here we go. Porn is good for you. And this is a great thing for a nice reminder to all those current wave feminists who seem to want to they're trying to get across this propaganda that if you like sexy images, you're an offender of some sort. Anyway, I'm going to read the majority of the article here. Yeah, I know. I recommend actually finding the book itself, but we're talking about issue of August 2016, which I plan to do a video on in August of 2016, but by the end of August 2016, I think the issues for September or possibly even October, the way publications work, we're probably already replacing this on the shelves. But anyway, if you can get your hands on a copy of it, check it out. Anyway, porn is good for you is the article here on page 15. Ever since serial killer knob Ted Bundy blamed hardcore pornography for fueling his horrendous crimes, many misguided souls has taken it for granted that porn consumption leads to objectification and devaluation of the women. But according to a recent study published in the Journal of Sex Research, people who look at porn actually have healthier, more balanced views of gender roles, and those who don't. In a representative sampling of 10,946 American males and 14,101 American females collected from 1975 to 2010, subjects were asked about their use of porn as well as their views on feminism, abortion, traditional family roles, and women holding positions of power. Acknowledging that the study is based on a relatively small sample and should be taken into context, the authors concluded results do not support the hypothesis derived from radical feminist theory. Pornography users held more egalitarian attitudes towards women in positions of power, toward women working outside the home, and towards abortion than non-users of pornography. So the non-users of pornography were, surprise, surprise, the more conservative, old-fashioned anti-egalitarian jackasses. And anyway, that's me making a comment, the obvious. I'm not surprised by that. The pornography readers are a little more free-thinking? I don't know. Anyway, towards positions and power, blah, 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 whatever, last line. Alright, we hate to tell you we told you so, but we've been saying it for years. Looking at porn does not make you hate women. Women make you hate women. Just kidding. That's their little joke at the end of the article. Yeah, well, anyway, that's one article in this. And if you were to flip through it, for those of us who are into video games and so forth, perhaps, they're selling some DVDs there as we flip through. And, alright, anyway, what am I looking for? And I'm scrolling from the back just because of the way I'm holding. Ooh, they're reviewing movies. I hope they're still available on DVD because that's my preferred format. Alright, did I skip past it there? Yeah, here we go. Hardcore gamer. Yeah, because hardcore, you kind of associate that with porn and gamer, Anyway, yeah, it's worth mentioning there's also an article in this on, what's her name? Where is it? Missy Martinez. Martinez? Is that how you pronounce it? I'm not sure. But anyway, basically talks about how she was on the porn scene since 2009, and she's really a video game player. I believe somewhere in here I can find a quote that she's not a porn star that plays video games, but she's a video game player that does porn. And there's lots of things. There is one that I can show you, but I can't show you the picture next to it. There she is blowing sexily, or doing a very sexy blow. Well, she's given a Super Nintendo cartridge a blowjob. She's given the Super Nintendo cartridge a blowjob. Yeah, because even Super Nintendo cartridges like blowjobs. I know Atari 2600 cartridges are really known for liking blowjobs. Well, actually, no, it was Nintendo Entertainment System that desperately needed it because they were known for wearing out the pins if you had the side loading that you slide the cartridge in sort of thing, but they were really bad for it. But hey, even a Sega Genesis cartridge occasionally would like a blowjob. Everybody likes blowjobs. Anyway, perhaps not everybody, but most people. Most people who can get a blowjob like a blowjob. And if you can't receive a blowjob, then you probably like the equivalent. And you might also like doing blowjobs. But anyway, yeah, there's some stuff in here talking about her attitudes on video games and porn. And I just thought that was worth mentioning, that is also in this issue. So, yeah. Yeah. So, if you're interested in video games and you like some Hustler, you want to see lots of nipples and vagina and the occasional buttocks, and lots of ads in here that also include the occasional she-male, apparently. There we no, that's a... and ads for DVDs. Then, yeah, Hustler is the stereotypical magazine for you. And there's also usually political humor in it. So, Hustler, yeah. That's what I have to say about Hustler, August 2016, as of this time. And if I come up with something else to say about it, I'll do a sequel video. So this is a little bit about this issue of Hustler, Bit 1. If I think of something else that needs to be said about it, we'll return to this with a sequel a little bit again. I'll be Bit 2, I guess. So, yeah, Hustler. Yay. Alright, so hopefully you enjoyed this episode, and feel free to check out other episodes of the UNIMULTIVERSE archives. And yeah, and some of the earlier videos that I've recorded and may not have gotten around to editing yet, I actually have attempted to talk about issues of Hustler previously. Well, I have talked about them successfully and recorded it, just never got around to editing it. But feel free to check out lots more of my videos, and hopefully you'll enjoy them, and hopefully you've enjoyed this. I view the social justice warriors as the same kind of jackasses we were dealing with the conservatives in the past. It's just that they tend to opposite sides of certain issues and took them to the same crazy and horrible places conservatives. But anyway, I'm going to get back to this.